Oh, there you go. Voila. They just wanted to see our technician get up, get halfway down there and send him back. Right, we're underway with Prestes and Gonzalez. Oop, off the other side.
Very nice. First taken by Blue. And working into Newaza right away.
Venezuelan looks tight there. He's got the legs tucked in nice and tight. But Prestes manages to stand up and bring that exchange to a close.
Gonzalez misses that Sanage, but he definitely looks like the aggressor thus far. Couldn't quite get that grip underneath the armpit.
The two Japanese gold medalists in the under 40 and 44 kilo categories, Yamauchi and Suzuki. We're going to try to get to a chat with them later today. David will do the interviews, and then what we'll do is, once we've got that recorded, we'll subtitle that. So this afternoon at some stage we should be able to get that going, because if we get them in the break, or even if we get them, yeah, because we've got to set the camera up. So if we get that during the break, we'll hopefully be able to subtitle it and then put it up there for everyone to see. It'll be nice to hear from Yamauchi Honoka and Suzuki Mari, the gold medalists from the under 40 and 44 kilo categories, respectively, two Japanese lightweights doing what Japanese lightweights do on a on a regular basis.
At least from the women's side.
Yeah. Oh, beg your pardon. I should have thrown that one in. No pun intended. Had a long discussion this morning about the games and the outlook in the lead up to London 2012, especially in view of the powerhouse that Japan had shown. Oh, that's nice.
Those are really nice.
They'd shown a lot of strength in Grand Prix, Grand Slams, you know, in the lead up to London, and Fukumi was up there, Nakamura was up there, Matsumoto was up there, and then for the men, Hiraoka, he was up there. Morishita was up there. Ebinuma was up there. Nakaya Riki, you know, Awano. That there were a lot of fighters up there who could potentially all have won gold medals, and we could have come to day 3, and it would have been 6 gold medals for Japan. You know, at the end of day 3.
Right.
As it turned out, it was 1. So
well,
that's a measure of the disaster that befell them in London. The fact that it looked so good on paper. No reason to think that Fukumi, who was world champion, couldn't win it. No reason to think that Nakamura, who had been world champion, couldn't have won it. Matsumoto was, you know, so those were 3. And then you had, as I say, Hiraoka, who had a good shot. He ended up with a silver medal. You had Ebinuma, you know, why not? And Nakaya Riki. So just didn't happen.
Well, not to point any fingers, I'm not going to, but it didn't look like the Japanese, particularly the men, mentally did not seem prepared for those Olympics.
Yeah.
They had the technical skills. Physically, it's debatable whether they were overtrained, maybe they were tired, but I think mentally that was just not there. And the only one for the women's team, Matsumoto, got the gold medal. She had the real eye of the tiger. But the rest of them, again, it looked like deer in the headlights.
Prestes trails here by Wazari and a Yuko. Luis Gonzalez of Venezuela looking strong. And looks as though he's got this one wrapped up. The reason that we were just mentioning about the Japanese and their performance in London is that all the indications, cadet and junior, and all the things that happened in the lead up to London suggested it was going to be a bit better than the performance was. And here we go again. Here's the next cycle, another round of things happening up towards Rio in 2016, and then you've got the women in cut and paste, if you like. Same again. Normal service resumed.
Well, I mean, for London, the team that came on the top was the Russian team.
Yeah.
And they were well prepared.
And the other thing was that having been beaten out from the #1 spot for the first time, the Japanese at an Olympic Games. This is Gonzalez taking the contest there. Yuko Anawaza